Now, this is a typical situation that we might encounter. Since the diner offers a variety of made-to-order sandwiches, customer can choose from wheat or rye bread, grilled chicken or turkey, and American Swiss or provolone cheese. How many different kinds of sandwiches can you make? Now, one of the ways that we can figure out all the possible sandwiches that we can make is by listing out all of our possible outcomes. So we can make a tree diagram. So first we could choose from either wheat or rye bread, and then we could choose the inside with grilled chicken or turkey. And then we could choose the cheese, either American, Swiss, or provolone for each of the options. And now if you look at the tree diagram, we'll end up having 12 different types of sandwiches. We have 12 different outcomes. Now, this is still doable right now based on the number of choices that we have for each of the categories. However, if we have more types of bread that we could choose from or more cheese that we could choose from, it would be a little, extraneous for us. It would be tedious for us to list out all of the options. So what we can do is using the fundamental counting principle to figure this out. What is the fundamental counting principle is that based on the number of categories that we have and the number of choices within each of the categories, we can multiply them together to get the possible outcomes. So for example here, we have a category of the bread, category of the meat, and then category for the cheese. Now, I have two options for the bread, so I put 2. I have 2 options for the meat, I put 2. I have 3 options for the cheese, I put 3. And all I simply need to do is multiply them together. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. That gives me 12 kinds of sandwiches I can make with these choices. This would be a much easier and simpler way for you to figure it out how many possible outcomes there are depending on how many categories you have and the number of choices within each of the categories. Now, let's say the numbers that you're multiplying always going to be 1 less than the previous number. For example, if I start with 4, then the next option I have 3, next option I have 2, next option I have 1. Let's say the number of people in the group, if I pick one person out, I only have 3 left, then I have 2, then I have 1. This calculation, I can multiply 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24. I can simplify this. I can write it in shorthand, what we call factorial, and is symbolized with the exclamation point. So this means 4 factorial means 4 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and until you end up with 1. So all the integers between 4 until 1. If you have 10 factorial, that just simply means 10 times 9 times 8 all the way down to 1. And that's what a factorial is.